Coming to you from Hollywood and Highland, the beating heart of the biz. This is Hollywood 411.
The A-Rod divorce drama gets ugly.
And a shrink says Christie Brinkley and her husband have some serious issues. Hollywood 411 starts right now. Joining me now to hash out these celebrity divorce dramas is Stacy Phillips, a high-profile celebrity divorce attorney. Welcome. Also author of Divorce, It's All About Control, How to Win the Emotional, Psychological, and Legal Wars. And they have all of this going in this Christie Brinkley Cook divorce. This is an unbelievable story that just continues to get crazier. What we have learned today is that a psychologist, a family-appointed psychologist, a court-appointed, said this about Peter Cook. He is a narcissist with sexual compulsions and that his unrealistic expectations could cause the children great harm. That can't be a good thing to hear.
Can't be a good thing to hear for yourself if you're Mr. Cook. Must make Miss Brinkley very happy since she wants sole custody of those children.
And to that end, they have also said that dual custody, joint custody, is really not an option here. Again, a big feather in the cap of the Brinkley camp.
Absolutely. Go Bob Cohen.
And so let's turn the tide here. You are in Peter Cook's camp. How can they turn this PR nightmare around?
Even if you're a rapist and a murderer, which he is not, you're entitled to have custody of your children. Your children are part you, and if you do not spend time with them, they're going to wonder who you are and won't have the benefit of part of your personality. So even if he is narcissistic, and frankly, how many people are not narcissistic?
Right.
I won't just say men.
Why are you looking at me?
Well, you're good looking, therefore you're narcissistic. That probably goes hand in hand. He should have time with his children.
Yeah. But it just seems like right now everything's going Christie's way, and they just seem to have control of the papers, the story, and everything.
Yes and no. I mean, I think Mr. Cook's commentary that she's out for revenge does hold a little bit of weight. Apparently in her last divorce, not the one from Billy Joel,
right,
she went through the same drama. And she is a gorgeous woman, but she does look a little bit angry, but frankly, she should be.
Yeah, she's doing it with a smile and very calculated, and that scares me as a man. Another crazy story, Alex Rodriguez of the Yankees, his wife Cynthia are getting divorced, that is for sure. This deal with he and Madonna, kind of fuzzy whether that affair ever happened. You brought up something very interesting before we started this, that this is kind of bad timing for her to bring up this divorce.
If I were her lawyer, I would counsel her that she should, one, keep a low profile. She's not doing that. And two, don't file in the middle of such an important season for him. He's the goose that laid the golden egg. Why distract him? God forbid he gets hurt or has a bad season. It will impact on his willingness or his ability to provide, whether it's pursuant to the terms of the prenuptial agreement or not. And regardless of what the prenuptial says, they have children, so she will get child support. So she wants to maximize her financial gain. And also, this is the father of her children. She's going to have to live with him for her kids for a very long time. And
it's funny you mentioned that. He went 0 for 4 last night, so he is struggling career-wise, and it's not exactly going to help. I really want to ask you about this prenup. Obviously, they signed a prenup. Does it matter that all these women are going to start coming forward saying they slept with him and he, has been sleeping around on the road? Does that matter, or is a prenup ironclad?
A prenup, if it is done pursuant to certain rules and regulations, such as it was fair, it was done sufficiently in advance, presumably she had a lawyer, there was full disclosure, then it should hold up unless it was done under duress, fraudulently. She had a gun to her head, she didn't have a lawyer, it was signed at the altar. Then there may be a problem. We haven't heard what her allegation is as to why she thinks it should be set aside. And at some point, she's going to anger a judge if she just keeps mucking it up. The judge wants to get to the heart of the matter and move on.
Well, Stacy Phillips, thank you very much for the knowledge. I appreciate it. Attorney, and well, I'm going to call you. Hopefully I don't need to, though. For more about Stacy Phillips and her book, you can log on to controlyourdivorce.com.